Morning, everyone. I hope you're all doing great this Saturday morning. I know this is a very unusual time to do a live stream, but I like doing unusual. I like to see how unusual pans out. And if we keep on doing what everyone is used to, we'll get nowhere. People need to get used to unusual times. People need to get used to unusual things. People need to get used to experiencing the unusual. And discomfort is one way of getting used to that. It certainly happens in the military during basic training, where everyone is pummeled together, people from different backgrounds, religions, cultures, and then they have to learn to survive together. And we are certainly living in times where we have to be prepared to be able to do exactly that. So, welcome to the few people that we have in this live stream. I don't expect it to be many people, and so I want you to like this, share the link, so that we can get more people to watch this later. This is certainly very important, and I want the people that really care about the information to get this information. I don't want other people to get this info. So the people that are there for sensation, I hope they miss this. I hope they don't see this information. But I want to make sure that people in the public that are searching for information like this, based on the thumbnail that I use and the headline I use for this video, that they find this content and that they can use it in any which way that they see fit. So, welcome to you. And yeah, thanks for joining me this Saturday morning. So, I'm not going to keep you for long. I know that you have busy lives and there's a lot to do. But thank you for making the time to be here. We're just over 50 now. That's incredible. And the first thing I want to tell you is that the global elites do not rest with a plan that has been hatched a very long time ago that they are hell bent on implementing. They believe that this is a benevolent plan. In other words, they believe that it is good, that it's for the best of humanity, and that it will help us to become eternal. So they will support anything that gets to the end point. What is the end point? What is the end understanding or world that they want, that they believe will save humanity? It's simple. It is a one world government with a one world leader and a one world religion. In other words, no more countries will exist, no more borders will exist. Male and female will cease to exist. Families need to cease to exist. Cultures need to cease to exist. All religions need to cease to exist for them to create this utopia where there is no strife anymore in their minds, no fighting, no crime, none of those things. A perfect utopia where humanity ceases to exist. You see, it is basic humanity that makes us flawed. It's the fact that we are in physical bodies that tests us. And this is the nature of this earth that we are on. And this is the only earth that we can inhabit at this stage. And this is where we will meet our end, whatever that may be. So, the global elites have one purpose in mind, making that end goal come to pass. And when we resist, when people across the earth, when humans resist their goals, they will take further and further steps to ensure those goals are achieved. So you need to understand that the more we resist, the more they will escalate what they are willing to do to actually enable the end result. And you need to understand what this means. And this is absolutely necessary for us to resist a future where we will lose all our freedom and our humanity. And I will fight that to my very last breath. And it's easy. A lot of people think it's easy to say that. But to me, I've made that decision many decades ago. So it's an easy decision for me. I've lived my life according to that. And if I lose my life because of it, then so be it. So, what I want is as many people as possible that want this information to know about it. And this is why this is in a public forum. And I hope the people that seek this information, that they will find it. And that is how the universe works. If you look for things, specific things, if it matters to you, you will find it. So what are the global elites? What are their options? They have many options at this stage, and they are planning non-stop behind the scenes in many closed meetings. Some of them are more open, and they are actually telling us what they are planning for us. Some of the closed meetings, all the organizations that manipulate the mainstream media are discussed there. And the heads of those organizations are told what the narrative should be. They strategize very specifically around what to do to ensure we have a one world government with a one world religion and a one world leader. And you need to understand that this plan was not conceived by a human on this planet. It was given to humans, and humans are implementing it, and we will literally create our own demise. This was always the plan. So we can stop this through how we behave, through our actions. And that's not the topic for today. The topic for today is simple. The topic is simply, what can the elites do? And the answer is anything it will take to get that end goal achieved, they will take. And it will come to pass. This is the one thing I need to make clear. There are many people that believe by some, we will see a reprieve very soon, and the earth will be bliss after that. This is a flawed understanding of the future that we are facing in the next few decades. And I need you to understand that we will be going through serious tribulation, that we are at the beginning of that tribulation, and that it will get exponentially worse. Not by a couple of factors, exponentially worse. To a degree where most people will feel that it's better to not be alive. We will reach that stage where people will literally not want to be alive, and yet their convictions will tell them to remain alive and fight. And you need to ask yourself, when things get that bad, what will you do? How will you behave? And I put out two statements this morning on the Telegram channel. And Telegram channel you can find in the description below this video and in the first comment when the stream is finished. You can go to the Telegram channel. You can go and read what I said there. Those are very basic statements and my understanding of the time to come. And it will play out that way exactly. It is not going to play out any other way. I would not have this channel if I didn't have that knowledge. And it's a basic, very simple understanding for me. So anyone that believes anything else, search more. And hopefully you will find truth. Welcome to the over 200 people. I can't believe we have that many people watching this early on a Saturday morning. Welcome. If you have not watched the beginning of this live stream, please go back and watch the beginning. The global elites, once again, will do anything to achieve one simple end goal: have a one world government with a one world religion and a one world leader. What will it take for them to achieve that? Very simply, they need to remove all governments. They need to remove all borders of countries. They need to remove the family unit. They need to, therefore, remove the concept of male and female. They need to remove age. They need to remove everything that is sacred. This is very important. And remember, these people will believe that this is a just and right thing to do. And they actually believe this. They don't think they are evil. They don't believe that there is a God in this universe that created us, that wants us to be male and female, that wants us to have children, for us to actually multiply and replenish the earth. They don't believe that. And they have a right to believe that. The problem is that they want to impose what they believe and the consequences of that, which is something I will discuss in detail on Monday night in my meeting on the greater good. They want to implement this greater good ideology. And I will unpack that in that 2-hour meeting in detail. And that will finalize a trilogy of meetings in the WOD's meeting level membership on this channel. And then you should have a very good understanding of the plan of the global elites. Now, let's get to the tools that they have at their disposal to get us to actually do what they want, to get a one world government, to get this global religion, and to get a one world leader. The biggest tool they have is us. So they understand human psychology completely. This is one thing my father said about the people on the committee of 300. They discuss human psychology the majority of the time. So the tactics that they would use, they would have strategic sessions where people would discuss tactics to use to influence human psychology. That is it. It's that simple. And once you get humans to implement all these things for them, they use your resources, your time, your labor, all the work that you put in, so that they can use your tax money to make sure that they can put everything in place so that you will want and beg for a one world government with that one world leader and a one world religion. So all you had to do is you had to create the most pathetic governance systems, varieties of them, call them democracies, call them socialism, call them communism, and all you had to do is make them destroy basic humanity. People will then rise up against these governments, they will rise up against the institutions, and they will reject them. And because of all of these failings that was preconceived, pre-planned, what will happen is people will be given an out. And the people that give you this out, they are all Zionists. Let me make this patently clear. The Zionist movement is not a religious movement. It is a satanic order that Lucifer himself created to do one simple thing. Firstly, abuse a specific religion. All Orthodox Jews have suffered immensely because of this movement. And I have immense sympathy for them, how they were treated, how they were murdered and killed because of this concept and idea, because they did not stand for these satanic plans. And at the end of the day, what will happen is these people will implement everything through our actions. They will remove from us what needs to be removed to make us feel at the mercy of their saving. So, what you need to look out for is this: look out for everything that makes as if it's going to save not just the planet but humanity. Look at organizations behind the scenes being created across the world, and there's thousands of them being created that will save humanity. And they might not be in the mainstream media at this stage because mainstream media will cease to be relevant once we are pummeled into smart city systems. And you will see, to the members on this channel, I put out some posts on a building that's being built in Saudi Arabia now. The construction has started. Well, it's not a building, it's a massive city called The Line, and the whole concept around that. And you will see one of many of these new worlds being created or new countries being created that don't really have borders. It's got a whole new way of life where every aspect of your life is monitored, tracked, and traced. Where robots serve you, there's no more humans that will be serving you at all. And if you go and, especially the members, those that have not gone and looked in the community tab, go and look at those links, look at the videos, go to the YouTube channel and see what is being promoted. In fact, you will see Arabic women without the hijabs on. They don't have anything on their hair, speaking openly. Now, why are they not being attacked? That is the question you need to ask. And you need to ask yourself, why is the current Saudi crown prince promoting all these things? A portion of Saudi Arabia handed over to a new world order. And you need to understand this is one of many. If you listen to Rob Hersoff and his plans, you will see that there's plans for 12 new countries that don't actually exist with borders. These countries will have less than 10 million citizens. And you will see that the line has 9 point something million citizens. This is how it was planned from the very beginning. So if you look at that, you're looking at about 120 million people remaining on planet Earth within their plan, not the 500 million as put out by the Georgia Guidestones. These plans have changed, and therefore the Guidestones had to be destroyed. So many of you will think, it's someone that just had a beef with them. They are not the plan anymore. The plans have gone a lot more strict and stringent because of our resistance. And it was always going to happen that way. And we will resist more because humans resist their freedoms being taken away. It's in human nature. And one thing that they forgot in their plan, wow, we just hit 300 people watching. Welcome on the Saturday morning. One thing about human nature is the one thing that they actually underestimated. People's want and will to survive. And this brings me to the last part of this live stream, and then I will close. What will you do for freedom when you have no water to drink, when you have no food to eat, when you have no shelter, when you have no energy, when you have no one around you that shows love to you? And the things that would keep you sane, the things that keep you functioning and happy. When those things are removed from you, what will you bend down to? And you need to really think about that, because this is why we are doing what we are doing, to give people options. It's important that you have options. Without options, you have nothing, and you will relent. You will give in to survive. You will either relent or you will die, one of the two. So the global elites will use whatever is at their disposal to get that one end goal, to have a one world government with a one world religion and a one world leader. This is the end goal. They are struggling. They are behind schedule, big time. So they will go to the next step. They will escalate all the time to the point where they force us. I could have done so many news articles this week about how many billions will be needed to fix the Gauteng water infrastructure, and the fact that our cabinet accepted the 8.5 billion US dollar bribe deal, which are actually loans for us to close down our coal-fired power stations early. And I have to mention that Gwede Mantashe opposed this. I could have done loads of news articles about robots being used in the Ukraine war, real robots being used to kill people. I can carry on and on. Why did I choose not to do that? Because I'm done. I'm done with that. We need to make sure that we find the people that actually are interested in surviving or preparing themselves for what is to come. The people that believe that the world will end now in November, I mean, there's so many rumors flying around. You're mistaken. These people are charlatans. You might see them as prophets and saviors and all kinds of things. They are lying to you. You will know when the end comes with your eyes. You will see it. When the end of this dispensation arrives, everyone will know that it is happening. It will be unmistakably there for everyone to see, those that have eyes to see and those that have ears to hear. Those that don't have that will feel it. So just understand one simple thing, that the global elites will escalate the efforts. There will be no relief that Trump or Putin or I don't care who they are can bring you. It's not going to happen. We were never going to have these governments around the world that were set up to fail. We were never going to have them all be arrested and all the stories are endless, and have peace on earth. Not that this is not the appointed time. And the people that think that it is, you are mistaken. And it's fine if you're mistaken, you will live with the consequences of your decision. The problem is that the people that perpetuate this nonsense, they always get away with it. And people keep on listening to them. I don't understand this. And this is hugely problematic. So please share this video with your friends and family so that as many people as possible can listen to this. Things will become exponentially worse than it is now. We are just at the beginning of tribulation, at the very beginning. We have not seen tough times yet. People that consider tough times struggling financially with fiat currency don't understand what level of tribulation we will go through. The removal of the current financial system is but a starting point. It is but a starting point. You will see that all of the kickoff points for this new order that's been created, this new world order that we are the implementers of, we are this new world order. So we can stop it. No one else can stop it but us. It's not a place, it's not an organization, it is us. We are the order. This new world order that is being created in the world, think about your place in it, your actions every single day that is contributing towards this order that is being created. And will that order remove all your freedom? Will it lead to a one world government? And you will see that all of these organizations working towards this new world order for us want that 2030 kickoff date. Let me make that very clear again. 2030 is a very important date because that is the time when certain things need to be in place for the kickoff for that new order, where there will be smart cities galore, and Kiev will be one of them. Well, it's being pummeled by the Russians at this stage, so I don't know how much will be left of it. But new cities will be constructed rapidly. And these new cities will have a completely different system. This new city being constructed or in this area in Saudi Arabia will not fall under the Saudi government. The Saudi government or royalty have decided that it will have its own rules, its own regulations. The people will be self-regulated by, guess what? Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. And this is why I said in my Double O Days meeting, when people said, but who will be this leader of this one world government? I said it will be an it. And I didn't go into detail any further. So you will see with plans of Rob Hersov, for instance, that the blockchain will give you citizenry. You would have to pay money to be a part of that system. You would buy your citizenry. Only a select few will become citizens in that system. What you need to think of is what will happen to those that choose not to be a part of that system. This is what you need to consider. And how will you deal with that? What will the global elites do to you? And it's very simple. They know that your greatest instinct is to survive. Your greatest instinct is survival. So all they need to do is remove the things that you need to survive. If you don't have the things that you need to survive, those commodities, you cannot keep on living. You will die if you don't have water to drink, if you don't have food to eat, if you don't have shelter, if you don't have energy, and if you don't have love around you, something to keep you sane. You will not survive. And it is up to everyone to make that choice. So I would really plead with you, please make sure that you will not be dependent on the government, large corporations for your survival. If you do that, you will have no choice but to become a part of this new world order if you choose to survive. So thank you to the almost 400 people that have joined. Those of you that have come in late into this live stream, please go and watch the beginning of this live stream and like this video, share this video. We need as many people as possible to have this information on hand. I will do more live streams like this in the future, and they will be at random times. And it's incredible to see so many people becoming a part of the live stream, showing that interest in the information and using the information in your own way. I will take a few questions quickly, and then uh, we can close. We can close this live stream. Once again, thank you so much for your time. This is very important. You will see I've not spoken now once about our government or any of the political parties here or anything like that because it is such a small distraction. Don't get distracted, and this is my advice to you. Don't get distracted by small things that some person has put on a pedestal and put up here. Don't be distracted by those things. Do proper research, and this is why I tell people: don't trust what I tell you. Go and make the information your own. Why do I tell you this? Because I don't trust the other people out there that people just trust blindly. I was listening to David Icke again yesterday, being interviewed at his home on the island where he lives. And I was just absolutely fascinated how people would entertain the fact that he believes that the queen was a lizard. Um, yeah, it is really sad that people get distracted by such nonsense because that's exactly what it is. Thank you very much for joining this live stream. If there's no other important questions, Debbie also thank you to all the homies for all the support and love. Much appreciated. Kule Leather, yes, focus on the big picture of what is being done on a global level. Absolutely. That is really vital, is see the global picture. And just understand that there are no leaders anywhere in any government in the world right now, in the current systems, that are not subject to the global elites. Not one. We have to create that in South Africa. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. We are going to go through a lot of trials here in South Africa, and it'll happen here first. So if you think what's happening in Ukraine and those places, we will face different tribulations, but it will happen here first before the globe experiences all of these things, and it'll carry on for long. It's going to carry on for years and years. It's not going to be something that is over right now. So when people tell you that we're all going to be raptured in this year or in early next year, it's not the case. There's a lot that needs to be fulfilled before anything such as that can happen. And that's why you need to understand the big universal picture. If you don't, times will be very confusing for you. So thank you so much for joining in. And I hope you all have an awesome weekend. And remember that love is the most powerful conquering tool against the plans of the global elite. There's many people that are elitists amongst us that are not part of the global elite. The global elite are people that control what is happening in the world. They are all guided by an entity that is more intelligent than us. He hasn't got the powers that we do, but he's right here with us on this planet. He's in the earth. And he has a lot of influence over many people that have allowed him to give them the guidance that they need to destroy humanity. Thank you very much. Have an awesome weekend. And remember that love, where love exists, evil cannot be present. Just remember this. And this is why people that say, but people that speak about love and us being together in communities, supporting each other, etc. And I'm not meaning by community people living on top of each other. I mean a community of thought, people that meet together, discuss things together, spend time together, have fun together. When love is present, evil cannot prevail. It's not possible. So, all the people that want to be devoid of love or say that love is irrelevant, only evil can prevail in any of their outcomes, in any of their plans. So, if any organization does not speak of love, they cannot fulfill the mission this earth is destined to enjoy, because the end is sweet, the end is good, and the end is love. Thank you very much. Have an awesome weekend.